the way in AI.
For those of you who don't know about Mitra, we are a global company. We are a company headquartered in the UK, and we have offices all around the world. We have offices in the USA, Singapore, Australia, India, and our main development center is in Sri Lanka. We have worked in over 500 projects. We have worked globally. In the world map, the red dots that you see are our offices, and obviously we have a very special place in our hearts for Cambodia. We've been in Cambodia for more than 7-8 years now, and we've worked with some of the biggest brands here. We first started working in Cambodia with Cellcard in Royal Group, and we did such a good job that we were able to work with 2 other companies in the Royal Group, such as Wing and EasyCom. And we've worked extensively in the financial domain. We've also worked with companies like Prasak Microfinance and ARDB in the past year. Also, we've worked with Manulife and many other companies here in Cambodia, and we understand the Cambodian context better than most companies. And also, one of the things that differs Mitra from any other global company is that we work extensively in the financial domain. We've not only worked with banks, we've worked extensively with other financial institutions, such as non-banking financial services, investment banks, fintechs, such as Wing, Santander, ANZ in New Zealand, and also we've worked with a number of mobile operators like Cellcard here in Cambodia, Telecom Kenya in Kenya, working on cashless solutions. So we understand the financial sector, we understand middleware, and we understand how to move you from your business strategy, how to translate your business strategy into your technical strategy. Right, so for the first time, we are here to launch the first ever purpose-built Cambodian banking suite. As you guys know, in 2019, NBC of Cambodia put out a 9 API specification to the market. And this was just a specification. There were no guidelines, there were no instructions on how to implement these APIs. With our understanding and with our deep knowledge on banking, we built the first open banking API kit for Cambodia. And what is this going to do? This is going to take care of your NBC compliance 100%. And it will make sure that you're NBC compliant in the future as well. Second, we have built a library of payment system connectors. As you guys know, there are 3 main payment system connectors here in Cambodia, Bakong, KHQR, and FAST. We have built these connectors for you so you don't have to maintain or update these connectors in the future. We'll take care of that headache for you. And finally, we have built a set of templates for any third-party integrations that you might need right now or in the future. So if you want to connect to any core banking system, if you want to connect to any bank, any partner, or anything that you want, we have a template for that now. So the integration is going to be seamless and easy. So what does this really mean? Now, some of you might be thinking, we already are open banking compliant. We have all of these connectors right now, and we have some third-party integrations. But what the unique value proposition that we are offering here is that we are going to take, in any project, there are 3 things that you need to consider when you're doing it, right? Number 1 is time, how much time it's going to take me. Number 2, how much is it going to cost me, how much money it's going to cost me. Number 3 is the effort, right? So what we have done is we have taken these headaches off of you, and we guarantee you a 60% saving from your time, money, and effort. And what does this translate to? It simply translates into more productivity. You can focus, we'll take care of the open banking compliance, we'll take care of the connectors for you, and we'll take care of the third-party integrations for you. And what can you do with that 60% of your time? You can focus on your core, a business. You can focus on the user experience. You can focus on being more competitive in the Cambodian banking space. And as you guys know, Cambodia is one of the most competitive banking industries in the world. So to tell you more about it, let me please introduce our very own integration specialist, Mr. Samir Nelson. Samir?
Good morning, everyone. It's a really pleasure to see you all this morning. So let me introduce you or give you some more details about our product suite that we are offering today. So let's start. So when we think about open banking APIs, you all know open banking APIs are the core of the open banking specification provided by the NBC. So it gives you a unique opportunity to be in the competitive market, taking the competitive advantage around this, and of course, leverage the benefits associated with that, especially with the integration to the Bakong application. Interoperability. I think we already know interoperability is one of the key objectives of the Bakong payment system implemented in Cambodia. Given that's a solid platform, it's always a responsibility of financial institutions to take the maximum benefit out of that. How we can take the maximum benefit from a solid foundation? We just have to make the connection strong and steady. Next, so as a bank, we are no longer operating within our boundaries. We are expanding into regulations. We are expanding into other related services. Of course, this is somewhere the uniqueness comes to you. But if you want to integrate with some of your partners, third-party integrations are the key area that you can extend your business processes to the next level. So that's where you can drive your banking or financial institution towards an ecosystem. So let me tap this again. Open Banking API Kit. It's a fully fledged implementation of NBC Open Banking specification. Secondly, Payment System Connectors framework is a solid set of pre-built connectors with the laid foundation, so that it's a matter of configuring and getting connected to the relevant payment systems. The reason is we have thought about the scalability. We have thought about the security aspects and all of the supporting services on behalf of you. That is where Mitra brings value. With our decades of our experience and expertise and the knowledge in the banking industry, we have come up with a solid framework to set up the relevant required foundation for the payment system connectors. Thirdly, so we have understood the commonly available third-party or related integrations and have come up with a set of templates that you can use straight away. Yes, this Open Banking API Kit, Payment System Connector Framework, templates. Of course, these are 3 different products. But what we have done is we have bundled it together so that it acts as a single product suite. By bundling this together, we have taken the benefits of an integrated integration layer. And also, on the other side, we have made sure that we are providing the relevant segregation between these three applications, because these are three different applications. So we are making sure the segregation required for security and compliance requirements as well. By making a product suite, we are giving the applications within this product suite would talk to each other seamlessly and focus on their own objectives. And of course, as Shanaka mentioned, there's a huge cost advantage around this one. Why? We are getting the advantage of a product. This has been done before, so we can use the experience. We have done specific experiments. We have done experiment trial outs. So we have embedded our expertise and knowledge to this one. So you don't want to try it again. We have already done that, and you have the results of that one in place if you want to look into that. Right. So now let's see where we can fit this suit into your case. So this would lie in front of your core banking system. Of course, other related secondary services acting as a front facing towards the connectivities, which will give you a solid foundation with the power of having these open banking integrations, payment system connectors, and that integrations to third-party services. So now, let's think of a system, a financial institute. So of course, we have to understand the bank has been evolved through the period. The processes have been evolved through the period. The technology have been evolved through the period. So in that case, there can be situations that we have feature time evolution. At this time, we need to have this feature in place, and it should be integrated with the other systems to work as a one. But in that case, after some time, you may have collected number of maybe individual services, maybe set of services talking to each other, and maybe doing some P2P integration directly as well. And also, now the point here is, you may be thinking, all right, good, but we already have this. So the point here is, you may have these services in place, one or more services in place in different stages. Maybe it's working as expected, maybe it's working partially. We know where it fails, we know how it works, but it works for the moment. But maybe if you are thinking in the demands or needs, maybe you have to think twice, because it's not much aligned with it. Maybe it's much aligned with the current demands, but we are pretty sure we'll be having troubles in near future. So what we are suggesting here is always having these services in a unified platform is highly recommended by our product suite. So now the point is, this platform is capable and feature is enough to onboard all of your existing implementations in the best possible way. That's the point. We are not going to throw anything out. We are not going to lift and shift everything there and run it here. There's no point of doing that. But we will make the transition and adapt to this system so that the capabilities provided that from your system would retain and would be strengthened by the foundation layer of our platform. This applies to all three products. So in that case, as I mentioned, after this transition, it would be a unified, solid platform that will help you to relax. The reason is, this is a secure, scalable, and robust platform that we are proposing here. Okay. So that's about our product suite. And I would like to give you a quick overview about some of the key things that we would like to suggest you on looking forward towards a modern financial ecosystem. So let me ask a few questions from you and give you some time to have a look on this and try to apply maybe to institutions, to yourself. I think you would agree that almost all of these points are navigating towards few key factors. What are they? We should have a solid system so that we can be ready and we can be with the trends. Specifically, driving a digital force via your bank is a key if you are moving ahead with the current dynamic nature of the banking industry. Let me tell why. Now with the challenges and the competition in the market, of course, the financial institutions should look into new revenue streams. Maybe in the digital form, maybe expanding your services capabilities beyond the boundary that you are currently operating on, maybe integrate into the next level. So, it's clear that we want to have this foundation. But what we should do to achieve that? We should do a systematic transformation towards a scalable and robust middleware platform. Essentially, this middleware platform should make sure that you are empowered to do your innovations and you are empowered to think about new digital revenue channels and drive it. Let me tell you a quick example on this. Rather than being a contributor to an ecosystem, I would suggest just think, what if you can start the ecosystem and drive it? I mean, financial system providing financial support for all the businesses, almost all the businesses. Rather than focusing on your contribution, what if you can start the platform itself, the ecosystem itself? You are the driving force behind that. You put all the players together and you drive it, you own it. Of course, that would be a new revenue channel for you. The reason here is you make the collaboration between several parties. Think of a trade finance. Think of the businesses that are around. Facilities, loan facilities, payments, imports. Rather than a contributor, if you can set up the platform, I'll keep it with you to think around that. All right. Now we will get into the real questions. Of course, now we understand that we need to, the importance of having this and the transition that we should work on, focus. But let's discuss a bit about the pain points or the concerns. Of course, we know everything, but where we should start? To me, for the maximum ROI, what is the to-be state that I should consider? Should I try to go to the ultimate level advanced, where I can get that consultancy, where I can get that help. Of course, with the decades of experience and being in the industry for a long period, Mitra can help you out on this. This is not a technology specific matter. This is not a business specific matter. This should be a blend of everything that will give you the correct technology platform to achieve your business processes, of course, with the correct investment. Then, the most important point I would say, should I throw away everything that I have in place? I think we discussed this a bit in our product discussion as well. Of course not. One of our key targets is to maximize the usage of existing resources and artifacts. Why? Because to make a digital transformation successful, it has to be focused, it has to be within the budget, it has to be within the time frame, and we have to plan this very well. In that case, if we have artifacts which are built properly, which were working there, of course, we can take the technical expertise to understand how we should port it to the new platform. Example, in some cases, we'll be able to shift and lift it directly. Maybe we have to adapt it a bit. Maybe we have to redesign it a bit. Sometimes we may have to remake it from the beginning because the baseline of that application may not fit in, but there can be a lot of artifacts that we can use, of course, within that specific service or module. Thirdly, even though there are few major concerns, my current system is working. And why should I move away from a working system and take that type of risk? You are going for a big bang approach that you are going to eliminate the entire thing and switch to a different one. Why should I take that risk? You would say it's a no. You shouldn't. So that is where we come into the play and give you the best possible, help you the best possible journey towards that. I would use the word journey because it's a journey, of course. It's not a jump. It's a journey. And it's a iterative, paced approach where we will guide you to the intermediate stages and help you move forward. Okay. So now, let me introduce you something. After working with many projects, digital transformation journeys, especially in the specific domains, banks, we have come up with the middleware maturity assessment model. Why? The thing is, if we are to suggest you a journey, we have to understand your current position very well. Where are you now? What are your key strengths? What are your resources, constraints, bottlenecks, the day-to-day operational issues that you are facing? What's your future vision on this one? What you have committed to your customers? So we have to understand that. To understand that, we have come up with an assessment model with 4 stages. I have just added a small summary here, but it's a complete, comprehensive document. After we go through that one and put the checkbox in, it will give us an understanding about an assessment of yours to understand where are you in that stage or the phase. So it starts from basic level and moves up to innovate level. Basic level, you are doing fine. You are doing your banking operations very well. You are moving ahead with the things. You have enhanced services within the platform. But if you go to the foundational level, it's a bit of an expansion of the services portfolio. Maybe you have exposed several set of APIs so that others can consume. You have seamlessly integrated to few other partners, applications, services as well. And also mostly you have streamlined your internal application. In the mature level, we would say you are capable of opening a new digital revenue channels. Let's start with this campaign. Yes, the platform is capable of providing you that. That is when you are at the maturity level. Innovate. I would say this is the next or the ultimate stage that we consider. You are pioneering the offerings. You are taking the lead on the trends. You take the risk. You have the tools, weapons in your hand because you have a sophisticated middleware platform. And of course, now you are in a mature level that you can take the insights from your data. You can be hyper-personalized, of course, because you know who your customers are really. With that model, Mitra has a service framework called Middleware Upgrade Framework, which the journey I mentioned comes into the play. As I mentioned, we'll be starting with a proper analysis and we'll move forward to your desired state. Of course, this would be a phased, iterative approach. Every time you will look into the business values and you realign. So let me take an example. Let's imagine Bank A is in the foundation level in the previous slide, as of the previous slide, and they directly want to go to the innovate level because they are taking a bit of a aggressive mode, right? So in that case, of course, with our systematic approach, the plan, we will be proposing you a solid way of achieving towards innovate stage. But Bank B may be in the basic level, of course. It also want to go to innovate level, but maybe for now, they'll plan for mature. And of course, in their future plan, they have the upgrade plan to move towards innovate. So what we should do? So this is really challenging. But with our framework, we already have delivered and we have capabilities to achieve or plan it for you. So the intermediate step that we are planning should be extensible, also provide all the capabilities for the relevant stage as well. Challenging. But we will make sure that you are in the correct stage at the moment, but still with the capabilities you can leap forward as needed. Okay, so I'm not going into the details, but this is a very simple journey that we usually follow as a systematic approach to help the financial institutions such as yours to achieve your to-be state. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Samir. All right, so just to summarize, today we are launching the first ever purpose-built Cambodian banking suite. And it's going to take care of your NBC open banking compliance right now and any future NBC compliance issues that you might have. We have a set of connectors that we have built. We have a library of connectors that we have built so that we will keep it maintained and updated for you. And we will take care of any third-party integrations that you might need right now or in the future. And this is going to save you 60% of your time, cost, and money.
Leading the way in AI.